gentlemen, welcome back to City Skylines. My name is Ybot as always, and the time-lapse you saw us doing a few things here. We were trying to fix up some traffic. This area here is still a bit of a shit show as well. Yeah, it's a pretty big mess here. I'm probably going to need to do something else with this. But the biggest problem I was having was this area right here, which I fixed it by turning it into a great big one-way loop, so that was good. Had to do some creative one-waying because it did want to go the wrong way, and that did actually make a difference. Turns out right turns a lot better than left-hand turns. Who knew? I suspected it would be that way, but I figured I'd give it a shot, let it run for a bit, but yeah, it was garbage. And also, other traffic problems we're having here is this... Yeah, and my apologies, it does get really frame rate dropping like crazy when I get to close to here. But yeah, this entire interchange right here is a great big mess. I'm thinking of turning this into a colossal roundabout. Actually, I'm thinking that might be the best answer to it. And then maybe I can have like the roundabout be right here. And then I can eliminate all these ridiculous tunnels here that are trying to get traffic to go off to other places. I mean, alternatively, I could simply just make it so that this is a two-way street. This might actually be a good idea for the short term, is go ahead and just upgrade this back to being a normal street instead of a one-way. My entire downtown is one-ways, by the way, folks. I also installed the wonderful tram line, and we're just going to go ahead and clear that out. And before people start leaving us, we are going to go ahead and just do this. So we'll get set up. Is this still a traffic light? This is still a traffic light. I guess there's the option to turn left, and we don't have traffic manager turned on here because I'm worried that it's going to break the game. It's going to break snowfall at this point, so yeah, that's unfortunate. Because really, I've got it set up that there shouldn't ever be any need for traffic lights in this area, but unfortunately there is, so long-term solution will likely be changing it to changing this game to simply be a great big roundabout right here. Great big roundabout may do the exact same thing here. I'm going to experiment a lot more with roundabouts because I think they may solve a lot of my traffic problems in the future. One-ways usually do, and since I've got the policies on here that increase traffic to commercial areas and also increase profits and tax income from them, that's going to be a problem. It's going to be a big problem. I've done some research. I checked out some Steam guides. I'll have the link in the description below the video, actually, for that particular Steam guide that I looked at. But the gentleman who's done a lot of thinking, a lot of research into this, very knowledgeable, definitely knows what he's talking about. He's said that out of the policies you want to use to make money, you want to have small business enthusiast, you want to have big business benefactor, because these double the goods, they do cost money per commercial building that they're covering. However, the taxable income is basically a sales tax. It's based on sales. So by doubling their sales, you're doubling your tax income, minus the $5 a building, $4 a building, or $2 a building, $4 a building, etc. If you want to get into a situation where you don't need as much industry to support that, then you can go with industrial space planning. As is, I don't even have enough industry to industrial interest to fill up these areas right here, this 2-squared area that I was looking to make into a great big industrial wasteland of sorts. Other things that we have, I have a new square now that I got to 30,000. We'll get four more sectors, including the one that I have right now. So I'm thinking about grabbing these few sectors here and maybe making both of those residential. That'll be in a future time-lapse. What we're doing today is we're going to continue where we left off in the time-lapse with Transit lines. We've got our tram all ready to go here, if we can just find one. They're all gone. They've all disappeared. They're probably just downtown. So I've got it running through downtown here. Its route takes it to about here, and then it goes down this way, and there they are. And it's stuck in traffic. They're all stuck in traffic. Oh my god. Alright, so there's apparently a traffic issue here as well. So yeah, that's definitely something I'm going to have to work on in a really big way, folks. This particular stretch of road has massive traffic problems, so I'll do whatever I need to do. I've got it as a 6-lane past the tram intersection here, but as you can see, it's just getting jammed right up, and the trams themselves are getting kind of screwed over there because they run on the roads most of the time, so damn. Anyway, I was going to work on some other transit lines, so I'm thinking about maybe getting a long-haul subway or possibly some rail here too. We'll see. I mean, I could put in one of these things. But, no, I'm thinking a subway would be better. It'll take up less space. Then I can get it to go from all the way from here to here to here to here, sort of. So, we'll see how that goes. I think we'll start in this general area. We'll get maybe 2 subway stations set up, and in this kind of tree-like area. I don't know, I just thought it looked aesthetically pleasing at the time, so let's get that set up. Let's get some pathways set up, and let's go. We may need more than just 2. Well, we'll start with 2. Start with one right here. Start with another one right here. And I do believe they moved the paths on us now. Only bikes are allowed on those paths. That's interesting. Right, well, where's my subway station? Let's get the freeform tool active here, and we'll just try to go in. It does not look like we will be allowed. Gonna let me squeeze in there? Yes, it will. Alright, so we were able to squeeze in between those houses there. They will not give us the same courtesy right here, however, so we'll just have to go right ahead and kill some houses there. So there, we've got a couple of paths, so people can walk or bike a little bit to get to the subway. And we'll pop in, we'll go underground, and we'll get that all hooked up. Suppose we should do the same thing to the other side before we continue. Is it? Is? Right. All right. There's another guide that I'm going to link to in the description below the video that's about city design. And he has some really, really good ideas on city design, and I'm going to be implementing them in my next region up here, where he's talking about various levels of feeder roads, all that kind of stuff. Stuff you guys may just think of based on common sense, but it's all about traffic reduction, and I will try to have it up next time I do a commentary, because it'll make a lot more sense if I have it up, I'll say that much. Let's see what we can pull off here. So we're going to have to demolish a skyscraper here. We're going to have to do something with this railway line. This is not going to be acceptable long term. But short term, it's completely acceptable. Alright, yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'm still putting the paths in here. We'll just have to bulldoze a couple buildings to do so. Alright. Got one path. Hopefully we can get a new skyscraper in there. And, here, let's throw in another one right here on this great big intersection here, and we do not need a path this time, obviously, because we're right next to the roads. Get that hooked up. These boys up. Gonna have it do a little bit of a turn to the south here, just in case we want to they put in any more. And then we'll do a loop out into the bay a little bit here. And we'll go north. Go north to this area. There we go. I think that's a good place for it. Close enough to everything that we don't need those pedestrian paths for the time being. Looks good enough. And now the main piece of the puzzle here. Get some stuff downtown. So these so far are nice and close to a couple of the tram stops. I think I'll throw one more subway terminal down here. I know it's kind of off course, but I think that's a good place for one. It'll be able to feed into the tram in both directions, which is definitely nice. It'll hopefully encourage use of the subway, so that way we don't have to have a subway line here. We can just focus on the tram. They can transfer at this point right here. Yeah, I probably should have put the subway station right there, but I mean, they can walk. They can get over it, they can get off their lazy butts, and they can walk. Alright, now then. Not sure what to do about the rest of this, to be honest. You know what, I think for the time being, we're going to go ahead and we're going to drop it in... I'm going to put a couple of subway stations along here. Then throw, definitely throw one in right here. Say one right there. And sure, we'll plant one here as well, since there's nothing there at the moment. Yeah, so we'll focus on the southern area for now. We'll get that done, and we'll get a line set up. So this will just be like initial subway stuff. We're not doing anything crazy at the moment. there. I think that gets it's a good beginning to the subway line. Gets things started. So next up, we'll do a transit line. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to count all these guys. Okay. There. Well, of course. Huh. Cute. Right, these things can't turn around without loop. Alright, we'll give them a loop. There we go. No, we don't want to create a new line. Want to pick the existing line. And please bear with me here. Yeah, please bear with me. Go. Alright, and it appears the game hates me. Perfect. Hang on a second, folks. Alright, and I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot how to manipulate the bloody subway lines. So what we want to do is we want to put one here, and then it will turn around at the station properly. There we go. And we just do this all on the way back. Perfect. So yeah, as you can clearly tell, I'm not a pro at this by any means, but I do try hard. Yeah, I do try hard. Oh god, that sounds so terrible. I do my research, is what I will say for myself. I do my bloody research, so the city's going to be pretty damn awesome, I hope. And there we go. That is that. I think I'll deal with the... I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to deal with the roundabout in another time lapse here. So, yeah, for the time being, we'll just see how this runs, if it runs at all. Anybody going to take my subway? Looks like somebody wants to take the subway. well, let's just take a look at the traffic in the meantime. Things are going. Traffic's still extremely bad right here. Actually improved quite a bit here based on what I've done to try to make traffic better. This is a nightmare. This needs to be addressed. But the rest of it's not as bad as it was by a long shot. This is moving a decent amount of people, actually. I'll pause that and just follow it for a bit. This one's like nearly full. A lot of people are getting off downtown. Only 44 passengers left here. People are boarding. No, people are getting off. So most people just want to go downtown by the looks of it. Yeah, and even more people are getting off now. There's barely going to be anybody left for the industrial area by the looks of it. Well, the first leg of it's very successful, at least. We'll take a look at the run back, too, see how it goes. Now there's like 2 people on it. Nobody here. Excellent. Alright, so nobody from the industrial area. We'll see if it continues that way. Looks like it. Chances are most of the people from the industrial area live in those, in the houses to the north there. Chances are they live right around here. So we picked up a grand total of 3 people from the Bear Claw oil patch. Quite impressive. Three whole people. Well, let's follow it for the rest of the journey. Now there's 40, a decent amount of people. So it definitely looks like downtown's where it's at, which is good. Alright, so some people are getting off, some people are getting on. Not as many people coming back. Oh, sewage issues. Alright, I should see, I suppose, what's going on with the sewers. It appears that we just don't have enough of them. Alright, very well then. Let's throw down another one of these. Yeah, we'll plop one of these down, and we'll have it go off into another district. And I think I owe some people some water pumps as well. We'll go ahead and we'll just throw one down over here as well. Alright, perfect. Well, I think that about does it for me, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get the next time-lapse started. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying these videos, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this, and I'm sorry if this one wasn't all that interesting. I'll try to make them more interesting in the future. However, this is a bit of a new format for me, so there is going to be some trial and error. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.